friends, I'm Pastor Diana. Welcome to a daily devotion. I'm so glad you've chosen to spend some time with God and invited me along too. Today, we are continuing our theme of the long shadow of fear as we explore the last few chapters of the Gospel of John, which tell the story of Jesus' last few hours of life and his death. Jesus has been arrested and he's been taken in front of Pilate, the Roman governor, by the religious leaders. And there, Pilate and Jesus have some exchanges. And it's interesting in the story, we have Pilate, who as Roman governor has all the power of the Roman Empire, and we have the religious leaders, who are leaders in their society, and they have a lot of power. And they have chosen to use this power to hurt Jesus. You know, in our lives, there are people who have power which we might be afraid of. And it is hard to think about facing that fear. Sometimes it might be government leaders who are making decisions that we think will harm us. It might be people around us who have power in our lives who are not using that power well. There's lots of people who will abuse their power. And so we might be afraid of power. But you know, in this interchange with Pilate, where Jesus is at his most vulnerable, we are reminded that we do have our own power as followers of Jesus Christ. Pilate asks him about whether he is king of the Jews. And Jesus answers this way: "You say that I am a king. I was born and came into this world for this reason, to testify to the truth. Whoever accepts the truth listens to my voice." Jesus knew his purpose. Jesus knew what it meant to be God's son. Jesus knew this, and that is where he found his power. His power was to testify to the truth of God's love, the truth of God's justice, the truth of God's grace, and God's peace, and God's vision of wholeness for the world. Jesus testified to that truth, and that was his power, even when it seemed as if Pilate and those religious leaders were the ones who had it. So where in your life can you exercise the power that comes from being a follower of Jesus, of knowing what God's vision for the world is, and what God is calling you to do? What power do you have? How can you not be afraid of the other powers? Will you pray with me? Gracious and loving God, you are the one with all the power. And as your followers, I pray that you empower us, empower me, to do your work in the world, to testify to your truth, to live out your love, and to build the world here that reflects your justice. Help me to exercise the power that I have as your child, because you love me. Amen. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video if it was important, or leave a comment so that we can continue to help you and be a part of your journey with God. Have a blessed day.